Hey guys, I'm back at it again. This time I'm helping you solve an inequality with a negative sign once again, but this time instead of having multiplication with my variable, I have division, okay? So we're going to take it step by step just like we did last time, and we're going to pay really close attention to that negative and the inequality symbol, okay? So you can do this. Believe in yourself. You can follow this video. Okay, so I have x over negative 4, so that gives me division. I'm going to circle that because it's my variable, and you cannot work with your variable first. I'm going to look down to my denominator. My denominator is a negative 4. Since my denominator is a negative 4, that means I also have to pay close attention to the inequality sign. So I'm going to circle that inequality symbol, and I'm going to write the word flip above it, so I know, hey, in the end, I have to flip this because I have a negative number with my variable x. So I'm going to make my life a little bit easier by drawing a line down. So now I have a clear left side and a clear right side when solving my problem. I'm going to look closely at the left-hand side. I have x over negative 4. It's circled, so that means, hey, no touchies. I can't work with that yet. So I have to look and see what I'm left with. I'm left with a positive 8. So the opposite of adding 8 is subtracting 8. So you do the inverse. So my inverse will be subtracting 8. So my positive 8 and negative 8 cancel each other out. So they make a 0 pair. Whatever I do to the left side, I also have to do to the right side. So I have a negative 8. So I'm left with 32 on this side. So now I'm going to go ahead and come back over. I'm going to bring down my x over negative 4. Okay, I'm also going to rewrite my inequality symbol as less than or equal to, and I'm going to circle it so it's a visual reminder, hey, you have to flip this inequality in the end because I started with a negative 4 in my denominator. So now this is division, okay? Every fraction that you see is division. The opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply by a negative 4. Okay, so those cancel each other out, which really they're saying negative 4 times negative, that gives you a 1, okay, because it's your really, so you have a x left over on this side. Whatever I do on one side, I do to the other. So I have 32 times a negative 4. So 4 times 2 gives me 8, and then 4 times 3 gives me 12. So I'm at 128. I'm going to redraw, like I did in the first inequalities problem, this triangle to help me. I have a positive, I have a negative, I have a negative. When I'm looking at this problem, I have a positive 32, so I'm going to cross that out. I'm multiplying by a negative 4, so I'm going to cross the negative out. So I'm left with a negative sign, so this is actually a negative 128. So now I'm going to look at my inequality symbol. I've circled it. I've written the word flip because x is with a negative 4 in the denominator. So I have to do the opposite of a less than sign. So the opposite of a less than or equal to sign is a greater than or equal to sign. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build me a number line. I'm building me a number line because that helps me check my work. Okay, so this number is really big. So I'm going to go ahead and make me my number line. I'm going to set it. I'm going to have a negative 128. I'm going to have a 0. And I'm going to have a positive 128. Now, since it says that x is greater than or equal to negative 128, I know I need to put my circle on negative 128. Now I need to look closely and see if I'm going to color it in or keep it open. I'm going to actually color it in because it has the less than or equal to bar on it. So I have to color in so it follows what the inequality is saying. It's saying that x is greater than or equal to negative 128. Since it's greater than, I need the numbers that are to the right. Okay, I'm looking for the numbers that are bigger. So the numbers to the right are headed towards 0 and positives. So I'm here at negative 128 is greater than or equal to, so that's why I colored it in, and I'm looking for the numbers to the right. I'm going to check my work by plugging in a number that is greater than negative 128. So when I'm looking at the number line that I made, the easiest number to plug in and check is 0. So I have 0 over negative 4 plus 8 should be less than or equal to 40. So I'm going to look at my division first. 0 divided by negative 4, well, anything with 0 is always 0. So I have 0 plus 8 is less than or equal to 40. So I'm going to keep filling it out. I have 0 plus 8. 0 plus 8 is 8. So now I have to check it. 8 is less than or equal to 40. 8 is less than 40. So once again, I made a true statement. Okay, so your key on this one is you got to make sure, hey, since my denominator is negative, that I have to flip my inequality sign in the end, which is what we did here. Okay, and go back and check. Okay, when you're working with dividing, the opposite of dividing is multiplying. You're going to multiply by the denominator. Okay, so make sure you practice with this video so that you get a strong sense of it. I know you can do it. I'm super proud of you. You can do it. Have a great night. Bye.